All right, so let's get the lowdown on how Predator Hunter Nation started and who is the standout or Jimbo? What we got?
That is Jimbo Collins. And Ernie's discovered that he had been a fake friend like for a long time. That guy Chris Lewis, he was in jail now for.
Oh, no, I got you again. I'm gonna look at that. All right, we got Jimbo Collins. I knew we were about to play with him. Jimbo Collins. What, who's coming in? Somebody need to come in the streets? Nope. That will come in. Y'all can sit out there and move me again if you want to. Jimbo Collins.
I think Ernie was mooning Benny. Benny was in the thing.
Oh, was he? Okay, well, I get mooned all the time over here in the corner. One day I'm going to start taping that to show y'all, but if I want to see it, it's cute. It's back here, but it's not cute. It's plain. Yeah. Jimbo Collins worked with Ernie Shell at Predator Hunter Nation. So they started this business together.
No. Predator Hunter Nation belongs to me and Xander.
You and Xander, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it is an LLC.
Okay, how long have y'all owned it?
I guess, like, we've always been co-owners with Ernie since it started back in, I guess.
So actually, y'all all started this business together. It'd be you, Ernie Shell, and Xander. The three of y'all co-funded it together. In what year?
This summer. It was spring. It was, I think it was March or April that we started it.
March or April, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How long you and Xander been together, if you don't mind me asking?
7 years.
7 years.
Well, that's
How long have you known Ernie?
2 years.
How'd you meet him? Through Xander or through your own or what?
No, I actually found him online. He was showing up in a lot of the anti-human trafficking groups and Voices for the Children and stuff like that. And at first we thought that maybe he was like one of those cute, controlled up, like fake people or whatever. And so we were watching him pretty closely. And I realized that he had put on his Facebook that he was from Gatlinburg. So just like 20 minutes.
He said he was from Gatlinburg on his Facebook?
Well, he lived in Gatlinburg because he was working as security as that at Anarchista, which is like a really fancy, it's got sky bridges through the trees and stuff like that. Anarchista.
Anarchista. A-N-A-K-E-S-T-A?
A-N-K-E-E-S-T-A, I think.
K-E-E-S-T-A, Anarchista. He said he was working in Anarchista in Gatlinburg?
He was. He definitely was. We knew other people that worked there that knew him.
Okay.
So we started asking people about him and stuff like that. And, they all said he was real and legit and he was really a cool dude and stuff. So I reached out to him through Messenger and told him that, if he was, at that time, when I reached out to him on Messenger, he had left Anarchista, and I didn't know that. And he had went to do contract work working with the Pedophile Task Force. And we
Who's
saw
Pedophile Task Force?
Trump.
He left Anarchista and went to work for Trump's what now?
The Pedophile Task Force.
Pedophile Task Force.
Yeah.
And what year was this one?
I guess that was probably 2019.
So from 2013 to 2019, y'all didn't really have any contact?
Oh, no, I've only known Ernie 2 years.
So he told you about when he worked at Anarchista in Gatlinburg, or did you meet him when he worked there?
Well, I found him online, I guess, while he was working there. Because we had a friend that was a cook there, and they were telling us that they knew him and stuff like that. So here I knew somebody who really knew him.
So this was what, 2019 you're saying?
I guess it was 2019.
Y'all had a mutual friend that used to work at Anarchista.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the hardest part, like laying the foundation so we understand what's really going on. This is the hardest part. So, okay.
Right.
So in 2019, you found out y'all had a mutual friend. You remember seeing him floating around Facebook or whatever. Mm-hmm. He tells you that he is now a member of the Trump Anti-Pedophile Task Force. And so then y'all decide to do this with Predator Hunter Nation, right?
Right. Well, what we were starting Predator Hunter Nation as was, we were going to film everything, but it was going to be reenacting some of the rescues. So, because he legally can't, put it out there, real life rescues, but you can reenact it. And Dalton wanted to do like more of a horror foundation to it. To twist.
Who's Dalton?
Dalton Stout. That's the guy. That's the guy who was the director that had worked The Walking Dead and some other things.
Where does he live? In Hollywood or what?
No. He lives in Elizabethtown.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky?
No, Tennessee, next to Johnson City.
Tennessee, okay.
Like Irwin, Johnson
City. And so this now have previous contact with Ernie Shell when you met the Dalton Stout. Did Ernie put you in connection with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Dalton wanted to make money off of Ernie, is what I think was happening. And he wanted
he introduced you to this guy, and then after you met him, you think that he was just using Ernie, like they weren't even friends, right?
I think Ernie had a lot of fake friends, and I'm not sure that he was real friends. He might have just
he didn't really know his surroundings real good. He didn't have a firm foundation where he was standing, right?
Well, no, he knew Dalton for years through the Comic-Con industry because Ernie would do security. He would do all the security stuff at Jimbo and Chris Lewis's Bubba Fest. You should write down Bubba Fest.
Okay.
So Ernie would work security at those events.
Let me just tell you right now, I've never heard of Bubba Fest, so we're gonna be going hard in the streets for some information. But Bubba Fest, I got it. Where's that held at?
Chris Lewis, dude, that guy's shady. But
Where do you
Chris
hold
Lewis,
Bubba Fest at? What state is that or whatever?
Bubba Fest traveled around. It was like a Comic-Con where
Oh.
the Walking Dead stars come and sign, stuff. Wrestlers come. Chris Lewis was Dog the Bounty Hunter's manager for years.
Dog the Bounty Hunter. I've been hearing that name. All right. Maybe we can get him on the show too while we're at it. Dog the
Maybe.
Bounty Hunter. All right. Because that's what Ernie does. Dog kind of bounty hunting type stuff right now.
Mhm.
He's in the news for some of that right now. I'm trying to find
Well,
out.
Ernie really does know Dog.
Okay.
So that's
Good. Ernie might get us the interview with Dog. We're gonna need to talk to Dog.
Maybe.
I've been trying to talk to Dog since all this happened with Gabby Petito and all this. So yeah, that'd be good. We'll reach out for sure. All right. So right now, the bad actors that we have in this situation though is definitely the stand that we're seeing a problem out of. Now, has Dalton Strout, has he been a problem? Has that been coming in as an issue? Any threats? Hearing anything from that?
Dalton got death threats for working with us, and
You said he received them, right?
yep, and some very big people in Hollywood. The guy who, he works on Star Wars and stuff like that. That guy, he wrote him personal and told him that if he continued to work with us, that he was doomed in Hollywood forever. And at first, Dalton was like, "I'm not listening to anybody." But I think, and it was Dalton's mom that approached Ernie and said that Dawn wanted to be interviewed by us, and that's Angie Stout.
Oh, and that's his mom?
That is Dalton's mom, and that's one of the only reasons.
Kingsport.
I think she may be in Elizabethtown too.
Okay.
I don't think she's in Kingsport. We did end up seeing that she was one of only 25 friends on one of Dawn's Facebooks.
Yeah, I've seen the name too. It's familiar. All right. There's no coincidences in this world, right? We believe that.
I don't know. There's no such thing as coincidence.
We always believe that there's fate. There's reasons that people meet. There's reasons things happen. I feel like that there's some kind of upper character spinning here that it's making sense that this is all coming right back into play again, and this is something that went back to problems he must have had prior to 2019, at least, right? With these guys.
Well, yeah, of course. And, people loved Ernie in the Comic-Con industry when he was doing security and stuff like that. And I think it was when he actually contracted for the task force. And also, I think it was right after his whole brother incident is when his friends became fake friends. If you look on the Horror Mass News, that is the time that Ernie's supposed friends turned on him. Horror Mass News was a site run by Chris Lewis, who pretended to be Ernie's buddy all along. And Chris Lewis even came to our shop and met us. He was offering us a booth.
So you had a stop at the Meadows in Jonesboro?
No, in
Where's the
Newport.
Meadows?
No, Meadows. I don't know about Meadows.
Oh, okay. You don't know anybody from the Meadows in Jonesboro, do you?
I don't know anybody from Jonesboro except a guy named D.W. Cooper that has East Tennessee Hemp Company. I don't know him.
D.W.
No.
Cooper?
Yeah, that guy is the guy who
East Tennessee Hemp Company. Hold on, I want you to repeat after me. D.W. Cooper?
Mm-hmm.
Say it. D.W. Cooper?
D.W. Cooper.
East Tennessee Hemp Company.
Mm-hmm. And he's in Jonesboro.
Now, who was this case about that we were just working on?
I saw you mention Cooper and it made me think of him.
What was the first and last name before Cooper?
Yeah, David.
Don Wells?
Don,
Wells
Don,
Cooper?
yeah.
We might be. We clicking
Well,
now.
D.W. Cooper is very shiesty, and he inspired the hemp community blacklist page to get started. Because he does such shady dealings. He was very abusive, verbally, that I witnessed to his wife. And the only reason I even saw that happen is because we had to sit at his place for hours waiting on clones that we had bought from him that were supposed to be ready, but we're
Well,
not.
explain what clones are, first of all, for everybody else that don't know the industry that you work in. Somebody take care of Fabulous Night at Rodenville. It's still recording.
We're licensed hemp growers, and the way we met DW is he was the closest plant supplier when we got our license. So we bought our first plants from him, and it turned out to be a disaster. The guy sold us plants that had bugs and all kinds of stuff.
Good to see you, buddy. All right, I wanted to say something. Now, have you ever had a personal feeling throughout this whole thing, because this has been going on for quite a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever felt like that it was a personal thing and it was trying to affect your business because you're in the same type of business as this, right?
Well, when the local trolls started, we weren't sure what was going on, because it all started because we had seen some activity on a mountaintop up there and very strange lights that were just odd for being the top of the mountain. We were trying to figure out where this was to see if we could actually drive to it. And I made a post in a community group and asked if there were any underground bases here, if there was military bases here. And Lord, did it shake the troll tree.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah. And so, and now,
picked up the troll tree in YouTube world. I love the trolls in YouTube world.
yeah, well, this wasn't even YouTube world. This was it was on a group called Keeping Cott County, or Cott County Life Uncensored. That was the one that started it all.
What now, Cott County?
Cott County Life Uncensored.
Live Uncensored. Now, do you know of this D.W. Cooper being involved in any of the upper council members in the county, anything like that? City Hall, Chamber of Congress? Are you
all of our subscribers, our whole family. I want to take time to say thank you very much for being part of our channel. We love y'all all, even our new ones. I've been thinking that we might revamp this channel and make it about missing kids, but we might move on to another case and go ahead and put this one up. If y'all don't get that last video, just scroll the streets of YouTube and you'll see people trying to sell what they've got.
So long, farewell, I'll be to say good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. So long, farewell, I'll be to say adieu.
Adieu, adieu, to you and you and you.
So long, farewell, au revoir, I'll be to say.
I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes?
No.
So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye.
I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye.
I'm glad to go, I cannot tell a lie.
I flit, I float, I flee, I fly.
The sun has gone to bed and so must I. So long.